9:06 start. We're just going to do a quick roll call. That way, when I get bitched at by a team, I can go.
I'm not
Can
here.
we watch the language? Simple process. Simple process. Old River Rats.
Here.
I'm feeling good about the season. I got my Excel sheet to a T.
Nice. I've heard that before.
I just need to get the schedule to a T.
Never
I need Terry's brain, that part of his brain, to come right here.
Well, no, you don't.
I didn't say the whole brain, I just need a part of it. I need a part of that schedule because what he does with that is, like,
The master.
when he's on the phone with me, he's like, it's right here. I'm like, oh, all right. So, no, but Terry does really good. And, dude, I'll tell you what, he did a great job with what you guys do on this. And I have to give a huge shout out to Terry. You know, you guys all know him. He's run the league for a long time. And for me to come in and try to take over and do what he does, somebody just doesn't, you don't learn that in 2 or 3 years. You literally have to, that takes time. I've been on the phone, I was at his house for hours. He was trying to teach me how to understand the Excel files, and I thought it was cool until I woke up and the next day and I was like, I have no idea. But for the most part, it sounds like we're going to have 16 coming back, same as last year. I know I talked to Mike on the way here. He was trying to get somebody here for the Hitman. So, and it was funny. I was just at the bar and she's like, yeah, I don't know if the other team's coming back. And I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, well, Jeremy's kind of last minute anyway. He'll text me the day before we started. And you were like, hey, when we start? And I'll be like, tomorrow. But they got a run right there.
That's why I'm here for that. Because I asked him and he never did anything. I'm like, come on, man. He travels a lot.
So, on a side note, I know the big thing is going to be the rules. Last year we started on May 2nd. We had some holidays last year. We don't have any this year. None. No discrepancies whatsoever. So, start early, finish early. Or
Depending on if we're getting new teams or not. We get wind up with
Correct.
18 teams and then, that could affect the start.
it could affect, yes, a little bit, yes. Does anybody got any lines on teams? I heard there was possible one that wanted to come in. I know I made a contact call and they were like, nah, we don't want to do that. So we'll keep our ears open for that.
Whatever happened to those teams that were down south?
The Elgin teams?
Yes.
That's a very good question because Jim was the one that was in contact with me with those. And then I know there was a lot of, we don't want to go to Elgin.
Travel, they put Lake Villa, that's too far to go, right?
I know there was a lot of guys that didn't want to go to Elgin.
Okay.
Going to see Dave's already pushing it.
Ooh, Dave, oh, there he is.
So, obviously,
It should be. Yeah.
so for start date, we'll take a vote. And obviously, we got 2 teams that possibly come in, or a team that could possibly come in, which will change. Obviously, we know that, right? So, if we do the 4th, obviously it'll end up being pushed. The 24th, it'll be pushed later, or the 1st will be pushed later, if we add a team or 2. You get that, right?
So if you go to the first, you have more time, right, for those teams?
A week. I mean, that gives me a week time to get more teams, but I'd rather have the schedule fucking done sooner than later, so I'm not
Right.
sending 3
Right.
revisions
All
out.
the changes, right.
But it gives you an extra week to hassle that team and just
No,
make
but-
up their mind.
You put a deadline by mid-April, anyway.
Take that mark for that meeting.
By the way,
Even when we was,
I did a little experiment with
Right,
AI.
exactly.
Oh, boy.
And I put in all the conditions of our league. I come up with a schedule. And I put all the conditions in. An hour later, it was still thinking. Alright, so I'm just letting you know that schedule, to a human brain, not as big deal, but it really is a lot to
Did you run one for a couple
Right
hours?
time.
Yes, Dave.
This is just a suggestion, just to see where everybody's head's at. Since we have a little bit more time at the end of the season, position night for first and second in each division. I just had a thought, maybe have those teams play at Moose a week after everybody else has played their position nights.
So you want to make it like a championship?
A championship
Type
where,
style.
where everybody that's done playing can come watch the championship match of their division play at the Moose, and it'll all be in one event. So if you don't want to watch your match being played or your division being played, you can watch the set up, the next up, or the championship match. At least it gives something, rather than just everybody going out and just finishing the night and just be done with it, and it's more of a spectator kind of event.
So,
All right.
April 4th, all in favor? Raise your hand. April 24th.
Yeah.
April 24th. All in favor, raise your hand.
That's fine by me.
All against?
You guys have never played in the snow, have you? I can tell.
Pussies.
Yeah, I have.
There's only one person who hasn't voted, and it's me.
Told me.
So we've got 6 and 6 right now. I'm the deciding vote.
97.
And I'll take May 1st.
All right, two things. The Snowshoe Classic no longer exists.
Oh, shit.
Because of number 2, it is now sponsored at the Moose. I talked with Joe Cole. We're taking her over.
Where'd Joe
All
Cole?
right, it will be the Sunday before opening day. And Pete came up with a great idea. Maybe we're gonna, anybody that wants, there's a pretty good cooking chili. We want to put 3 or 4 chili cookers, and you taste them all, and you vote for who's the best. And we'll come up with some kind of prize for the winners. We may have a chili cook-off with the chili open. First idea, but whatever the Sunday before opening day is,
April 27th.
that'll be at the Moose henceforth.
April 27th, Chili Open.
April 27th?
April 27th, yep.
All right.
We got a start date of May 1st. April 27th will be Chili Open.
So you're starting May 1st?
May 1st, yes, sir.
You made a decision on it? What you got?
I did say that out loud.
Okay.
Yep.
I did say that out loud.
April 27th.
I like to have the chili open at Bolton. I mean, last year we had 5 people in for chili and we weren't able to go to the rain out. So.
Alright, is the meeting over?
So, I will schedule Firecracker Open and Memorial Open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Firecracker Open, well, I'll get you with you on that, and the Memorial Open. Pete and I'll come up with a date. Firecracker Open, we want the week before July 4th, the weekend. Memorial Open, same thing. All right, so I'm sure you'll.
So if you could do all that at Moose Lodge,
What's that?
if you could do all that at Moose Lodge, I'd like to have the bolt on end, have the chili. Last year we tried to, we had 5 people bringing chili too.
And
We had to reschedule.
I was going to make a suggestion to this year running the Chili Open at Bolt.
Because we didn't have it last year
Because they kind of got
I've
holes
run
last
it the last 2 years. I'm not running it anymore unless it's at the Moose.
No.
Number 1. Number 2, I already talked with Joe Cole about this.
Pete,
All right?
Where
Pete
is he?
said he's gonna run it at the Moose.
Huh?
The chili open.
Who's going to run that?
Pete said, he
Pete.
Yeah.
emailed, he was in
At the
email.
Moose, yeah.
Okay, alright.
I sent him a text and I said, we're the chili open now. He said, great.
Okay, did that.
I'll run it at the bolt on.
It-
Joe Cole don't do
We
it.
don't have a
this one.
choice. I mean, Joe was the one that took it and he gave it to us. All right.
The rules.
I have to vote on it, team. I'm in. He's out.
So, obviously, we're going to start May 1st. League will divide it into 2 or 3 divisions. The that changed in 2023 in that division is only the winners of the white division can be, winners of the white division can move to the red division the next year, and only the last place teams will move from the red division down to the white. A max of 2 teams can move in each division up or down. And I think we still have enough teams for 3 divisions. If
Well,
we
we all
were,
go to work, I can say, well, you're, let's go to work, start asking your friends, hey, you ever think about throwing horseshoes?
it's funny, I just was talking to somebody at work, and I was telling him, like, hey, I got my, he's like, what are you doing? I was at my computer at lunch, and I was printing a bunch of stuff out, and whatever, I'm like, oh, I got my horseshoe meeting. He's like, horseshoes? He's like, dude, I haven't heard the word horseshoes, and I didn't realize that people still play it. You know, it's disappointing to think about that, you know, like, that, you know, I mean, Chris, you're not an old guy, dude.
No, but
Like-
hey, I'm here.
Exactly.
I got in a long time ago too.
So did I, right? I came into horseshoes at 19 years old. And I'm still playing. I ain't good at it. I ain't good at it. We'll do a vote since we've been talking about it. All in favor of 2 divisions?
I just brought it up. I was up.
That's it.
Nobody's talking about changing out.
No. But we talked about it. I want to take a vote because if I leave, somebody's like, that's bullshit. I didn't even get a say. Well, we're not
Yeah,
going to do that.
you talked about it, never.
We talked about it, but we didn't vote. We just voted, so that was.
Three's fine.
If a new team has 2 players returning from the previous year, they will be considered an original team.
Yes, yeah, that's a given.
Yep, that's been since 2014. Starting time each night is 30 with a 15-minute grace period.
Can we make it 14?
A match consists of 2 games being played simultaneously. The team can play 3. We all know that. Nobody wants a time change?
Well, when you bring in a ringer, they have to play so many games that season before, bringing in a ringer near the end of the season.
14 minutes. I second it.
Like, I was just gonna say, like, define.
He's talking about like if you need a sub one night, they find a
Who's
sub
that?
and you bring in a.
Yeah.
It's kind of how he felt when he brought me in.
A ringer.
Yeah, I threw 8 out of 10 ringers against him in one game, and he goes, "Where the hell did you get this kid?" He told ringers.com.
Repeaters found it.
So,
Repeaters found it.
John, to go to your thing, we can, we haven't asked for a roster in how long? And what is our roster currently right now? 6 teams, 6 players, right? So,
I've seen way more than that.
most of us have struggled at 6.
Really?
Yeah.
We haven't
See,
quite
I've seen like 8 before.
we haven't quite got there.
17.
We had 9.
We haven't quite got there, but I know there's injuries that have happened, and you might have a cousin, a brother, or whatever at that point. I wanted to talk. I want an 8-man roster, but only 6. So the 8-man roster allows me to
So only 6
No.
can play a night though?
only 6 can
But
play
if
a night.
all 8 show up, you can't rotate wherever you want?
No.
Why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Because 8. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna prevent
if
just.
someone calls in, someone else comes, but...
It's going to prevent what John calls a ringer.
And not everybody can make it a
You
ringer.
have a roster, but you can't just bring in anybody that you want.
I'm saying if you're allowed an 8-man roster, it shouldn't matter. You can bring all 8 people as long as they are on your roster. It's not some random, oh, he's on my roster tonight.
You're not bringing in the ringer, he's not the ringer.
As long as they're on the sheet and they're filled out, they should be able to play. It doesn't matter who.
Wait a minute. I got, it's missing, and I can find somebody in the bar.
Exactly.
He can't throw shoes for shit.
Just to
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
We had our bartender,
Can you
the owner of the bar.
Yeah, we have the owner
He got
of
one
the bar
point,
play 1 or
fucking
2 games, and
You know,
that's...
forfeit, he's not gonna, can't throw
And
it, but.
All we're trying to do is eliminate the so-called ringers.
Correct.
Right?
When does that?
Terry?
Now, Jack,
think
yeah,
it's
we're
only
talking
been a
about
team.
something that never happened. When's the last time we
Yeah, I know.
someone
When's
was
the
brought
Yeah,
up?
ringer.
Yeah.
All right?
Nobody.
You got
The last player of any strength in this league was Tommy Enders, and because of breakup of the ringers, all right?
And a couple of dingers.
So, why don't we even discuss this, all right? If you've got 100 guys you can choose from,
It should be in a team.
conditions are
If
way
that's,
out.
if that's the case, tell them to build a team.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I don't think that's, I've seen people sort of like, it's not calling out the monsters, but like bringing in Hallie on weeks that they play us, which is fine.
I played against them. That's,
No,
they're just against you.
but the thing is, everybody that's going to be playing in our league is already playing in our league.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any outside factors that are
Right.
going to like surprise us.
Right.
There's not going to be any
They equate
set.
Yeah.
He subbed for us like 5 or 6 nights. So
Ringer.
he's not a ringer.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, see, Jeff?
All right. So call me out. If you're talking Dave Quaid a ringer, bring it.
You know, I compare this, I used to be the commissioner of over 30 baseball league. Remember when the pros went on strike and right before opening day? They didn't. McHenry team happened to find a guy, just talking to him about playing baseball. He was designated to be the starting pitcher for Detroit as the replacement players. I said, well, you know, we got our team, he can play on our team, he can play. He comes in now, we're seeing fastballs at 75, 80. Here comes this guy at 94, 95 miles an hour.
Okay.
You know, what's the odds of that happening? It's 1,000,000 to 1. It's the same with this. We're talking about something that,
Well, if they're out there, they will
if
find
they're
it.
out there,
Hey, alright, back to normal. 6-man roster, that's it.
Okay.
There you go.
Done deal.
Done.
So then if you don't, alright, so if 3 of your guys are out, then you can't play.
Down to 8.
Or you can play a 3-man roster,
It's
right?
gonna,
Hey,
That's it.
alright, hey,
I am 7.
time out.
Because you never.
When have I ever asked for a roster? Have I? No.
I'm just-
Okay, stop. If you're short guys, grab a guy from the bar. You're not gonna get a ringer.
Right.
We're not getting one. Most of us here want to play horseshoes, right? Dude, it's
That's why we're here.
you're playing horseshoes, drinking beer, and having a good time. I ain't had one person. I've been playing horseshoes since I'm 19. I've never seen a fight in horseshoes yet, unless I play Dave.
I have seen a couple.
Hey,
But-
Alan, you want to play Thursday?
At the end of the day,
Mr. Francis.
again,
Not talking to me.
again, I'm not asking for a roster. I asked for your guys' players' information last year, which is done, right? I did that to get the players' information, to get the information to your players because you guys were lacking. I'm not gonna ask for a roster because I know it's hard. Dude, there's some old guys in here. They get hurt. You're gonna need somebody.
Us young guys.
Chris is the young guy. You just have hip compression for crying out loud.
Come on.
So,
Hell, our team needs 7 or 8. We can't make it.
guys,
Or players.
I'm not. I only brought that up because we were talking about ringers, right? It was just something. Dude, guys, if you can fill a team and play. If you have 8, you can only play 6.
Play
It's
6.
just having a guy there, like if you have somebody that can
Play
whatever.
6 and out.
Away team enters the lineup, score sheet first. Player can only play with the same teammate twice on one night. I know there's probably discrepancies in there. Figure it out.
Oh, excuse me. What's up, Kim?
So, a team can use a maximum 6-man roster each night. When players are temporarily replaced by substitutes, the player must return to the position from which he is substituted. Number 1 player is substituted, he must return to the number 1 slot when re-entering. That rule has been the same since 2016.
Can we put a stipulation in there if the other team has say in it, like if they want to? Like let's say 15 people show up and they want to have a little party or whatever, and just get everybody in and everybody involved. The other team that's having to face that and opposing that agrees to it, then that's fine.
Why do we need a rule?
Huh?
Why do we need a rule? Because it should. The rule states that you can only play 6. If you guys agree in a gentleman agreement, that's not my fucking problem.
There you go.
All right, then you can do it.
I mean, I'm just saying that's.
But then,
You can be. If I'm playing you and you have a party, and you're like, hey, can the rest of my guys play? I can look at you and go, no,
Yeah.
because it's
Because
against the
them
rule.
they
But
got.
it's 6 at a time, that's what I'm saying. You can have 10 guys show up. That's why I said if you're going to have an 8-man roster, then you should be able to alternate your
Right.
people.
That's why we're only
If you're
doing
going to have a
6.
6-man roster, fine. But if he has 7 show up and one guy decides, I'm throwing bad, put them in, that's kind of horseshit.
Well, he can't do that because
Oh, okay.
what's on
You
the
heard?
what's
Can't
on
do
the
that.
starting lineup.
He never broke any rules.
What's on the starting lineup, which is filled out before we even play any shoes. You can't scratch a name off and put a name on it.
They got white out.
We got pencil.
Yeah, that's it. They
Yeah,
got me
yeah.
racing.
Players must play directly with the opponent as matched on the official week. For example, game 1 shows player 1 A1 and A2 partnering against players H1, H2. Player A1 must shoot player H1 and player A2 must shoot player H2. Home team determines which players shoot at the pit. Visiting players must follow the according schedule. Home team also determines which player shoots first. Each team will play 12 games to 21 points. 1 point for a total of 12 points per night. If a team drops out of the league, the team will be considered a forfeiting team and called the bye team. All previous play matches will be adjusted to receive points according to the following. The team playing a forfeiting team will earn the average of their 3 weeks' wins or the average of the forfeiting team's last 3 weeks' losses, which is ever higher, with a guarantee of 6 points earned. When a league starts the season with an odd number of teams, there will be bye nights. Bye nights points earned only will be average wins for the last 3 weeks or guaranteed 6 points, whichever is higher. To determine year-to-date points, a minimum of 3 weeks must be played in the current year. If not, the last 3 weeks average from the previous year will apply, regardless of forfeit or bye. Year-to-date points will be the average of the last 3 weeks.
Did you say bye teams get points?
Bye teams do not get points. It reads like they get points, but they don't. You're just getting the points at a minimum of 6, which is the average of the last 3 weeks played, wins or losses, whichever's higher.
When you're on a bye.
When you play a bye, correct.
So you get points.
You get points. Bye teams do not.
Gotcha.
Make sense? A bye team is a team that's nobody. You are not the bye team.
Gotcha.
Here, one thing I'd like to throw in, this only happened one time that I know in the last 15 years. We played a team, we won the first 5 games, and then it started raining like hell. We decided to call it both teams, and they wanted to split 6-6. And we said, no, we just won the first 5 games, but split the last game.
Jim, we had a similar situation with Dave. It was about 3 years ago, Dave, we had like a tornado hit us. We had played 6, they won 4, we had won 2, so we just made it 8-4. Based on we couldn't play it, it was like basketballs coming out.
That literally becomes a captain's agreement, I guess. You know, I mean, I've been in a situation where it was the same thing. It rained. You guys can make it up, but we need to make it up before next week, right? You can take the makeup if you guys can plan it. You just need to let me know, because if I don't know and I send a score sheet out and I got half-ass points, I'm not going to put you guys in there. But these guys that all did get their games, I can put it in there, and it's just not going to reflect your score. And then once I get your scores, I can do it, or I'll just let everybody know it's going to be delayed. We've done that before.
It has to be delayed because.
Otherwise, it'll get all fucked up.
I have a question for everybody in here. Has anybody, when it's raining, ever made up games on a different night?
Oh, yeah.
Carney worked for his restaurant.
For intra-division play, each division will spot the difference in total wins divided by 2 with a maximum of 10 for handicap according to the wins at time of play. So intra, blue division within blue division, white within white, red within red.
Max 10, right?
Max 10. Section A, 3-division play. During all inter-division play, red division teams will spot 6 points to white division teams and 12 points to blue division teams. White division teams will spot blue division teams 6 points. That rule was also changed in 2023. And can be changed this year.
I'm feeling frisky, let's go 15.
All right.
Only 15 during when you play Old Rivers.
But the ring masters,
All in favor?
the ring masters.
Whoa.
do a quick vote. All in favor to stay at 12, red division to the blue division, staying at handicap of 12. All in favor?
12 points?
Keep at 12. White division getting 6. White division teams will spot blue 6. Will spot blue division teams 6 points. Red division will spot white division 6 points. Yes. Winner of each division will be determined by total game points win. Plaques will be awarded at the annual picnic. 3 division plaques will be awarded at the annual league picnic. If there's a tie for second place, total year-to-date points will determine the position winner. No plaques will be awarded for third place in the event of a tie for first. Rule 10C will be in effect. Rule change possessed 2016. To go back from A, and it says that Rule 10C will be in effect if there's a tie for first, regardless of league playing strength. If there is a tie for first in any division, there will be a playoff night
I spent some on beer, so.
with total year-to-date points not a factor. A normal 12-game format will be played with the first team reaching 7 wins to be crowned as the division champ. The losing team will automatically win second place in the division. Each team will be the home team for 1 set of pits. Team X is always the home team on pit 1, and Team Y is always the home team on pit 2. If at the end of 12 games the score is tied 6-6, each team captain will choose 2 players to represent that team and play for the gold in a one final match. An up or down flip of the horseshoe will determine the home team for the 13th game and whom will play against whom. I've been in the league for, I think it's my 4th season. I haven't seen that
It's
yet.
never happened, but it could.
No, it has.
Pete and
Better than a
Oh, you
tie.
guys, yes, it was you guys.
No, playoff, it's tied with the playoffs,
6 and 6.
yeah.
And we played our.
And you played
the last.
It wasn't the red division, I think it was like a whiter.
You
Oh,
guys.
I think it was a
it
white
might
division.
have been,
Yeah.
Just happened.
That's right.
It ended with a 5-7.
Hookers and repeaters last year tied at 130.
Yeah.
So we
So they played their.
our last game and
Yep.
won.
So it happened more than I thought. Yeah.
You think? Number 11. In the event of bad weather, both teams must still show up at the scheduled house. After a waiting period of a half hour, the home team captain will make the final call to play or postpone the match. If postponed, notice of the postponement must be immediately called in and match must be made up by the following Wednesday evening. If the makeup is not possible, each team will receive 6 game points with scores recorded as 21-20 for each game.
What if the home team wants to play and the other team says no, right? They forfeit,
Home team to loss.
Going into number 12, home team captains must call in or text the scores by 10 p.m. to me. Unless the match is still in progress, then immediately conclusion. My phone number is there. Report your points won and points lost. I need to make sure it's legible.
Wait a minute, what do you do? Don't we always text you
Yes.
or call you?
Yes. Yes, Steve, you're fine. You call me. You don't text. You got a phone from like 1920.
If I ever forget, you can watch it.
Flip phone.
The flip phone.
That's a funny time.
And what I mean, Steve, is some guys will send me a half-assed picture that I can't read. Number 13.
I'm in the Hall of Fame, you can't talk to me like that.
Dues for the season will be $125 per team plus sponsor fee of $50. Captain, it is your responsibility to get the sponsorship fee.
That's gonna stay the same?
That is going to stay the same. Any brand horseshoes can be used as long as they are sanctioned by the NHPA. Partners must use the same shoes during the match. When measuring for points, hook the stake and measure the outside edge of the shoe. Home team shoes will always be used for measuring. 15. All pits will be covered. Tarps not acceptable. Each pit must be numbered and conform to league specifications. Stakes are to be painted. Approaches must be marked 3 feet in front of the stakes for a foul line. Pit backboards must be in the opposite color to enhance the ability to see the stake. All houses should have a scoring post as at each set of pits. Number 16. Players age 65 or older.
Yeah, I'm in.
Players under the age of 18 and all women
You don't get
are
to
allowed to
throw
throw
until you
from
start.
any distance,
No.
but cannot step beyond the foul line set at 27 feet. 27-foot foul line measurement is to be from the front,
Bullshit.
from the base of the opposite stake. What the fuck? Hold on, Dave. The 27-foot foul line measurement is to be from the base of the opposite stake.
Yeah. because you
Home
still get
team
your
is
stuff back.
responsible for marking 27-foot foul lines. 17. A house can only sponsor 2 teams for every 2 courts. 4 courts, 4 teams out of that house. The exception of the rule is Whiskey Bungalow, formerly Suds R Us, which is grandfathered at 3 teams with 3 courts.
We don't need that, we only have one.
So,
Alright.
going forth, that was
Rule 18.
all the rules.
There are no changes.
There is no changes. So, no changes in the rules for 2025. They stick for 2 years, and there will be no changes until 2027.
6-man.
Oh, you can have it.
26.
It says you can't change the rule for 2 years.
Make another team.
They add
It wasn't changed, so if you want to change it next year, then it's 2 years. There has to be a change, like we changed the handicap, we had to hold it for 2 years. If you don't change it, you can never change your rule.
Anybody got anything else? Yes, Dave.
Parity, we need another team, don't be selfish.
Final position night, is that a,
Do you guys?
is that a,
Oh, yeah.
something to want?
Let's go. Let's
Talk about that.
I don't mind that.
Let's go back. Let's go back on this. Let's go back on this real quick. So
It's not a bad
I-
idea.
I actually like
Dave's idea for the.
what Dave is bringing up to this
It ain't a bad idea.
for position round. So the top 2 teams, obviously, for each division, will play at the Moose
The week after.
the week after
After, so everybody's there.
the normal position round.
Right.
So
Does that make sense?
How do you decide what pits are for you?
So you mean they could do it again?
No, they're not even going to play the first night.
Red division gets to choose, home from red division gets to choose their first 2 bids.
They don't get any
White
points
division
going
gets
in.
the next 2. Number 1 team gets
It's
to
just a
choose.
mistake, yeah.
It's the home team,
And then
and they'll
they
remain
get to
home.
play.
And then white division home team gets their second choice, and then blue division gets the last 2 pits that are. And you can't split. The
Yeah,
pits
you
up.
can't go 1 and 6.
Yeah.
Two.
Teams have to play together.
What are your guys' thoughts on that? Do you guys like that? I mean, do you guys have different ideas?
second it.
So let's do this. I'll do a vote. All in favor to have?
Yeah,
Until
that's
discussion.
nice.
Not until discussion is done, all right?
I thought it was. I actually just called it out.
Rule of order, point of order, sir, point of order. All right? Just want to make a comment here.
Need another beer for this.
All right, it's not important.
No, say
Oh.
it. Say it, because this is completely new.
I'm
It's,
You have
if
first
you
and
have-
second.
I thought discussion was over, so I called it out. So it's no big deal.
No,
Bring it up.
no,
It's
that's
like
right.
a 6 or a championship.
They just play the week
something.
after everybody else.
I kind of like what you're talking about.
First and second
So do I.
of each
Division
division
plays at the
There
Moose the
was
week
something, I
after
can't remember what.
actual position.
But
right?
doesn't just add another week to the season now? For
Just to
them,
be clear on the
if you're
rule,
in the. I know, but it adds another week, so we should start at
on our normal
24.
position night, the first and second place team will not play.
Yeah.
They will play the
It
following.
adds another
Correct.
freaking week. Now you're
At the
playing on
Moose
Labor
on
Day.
what
You
day?
act like you got something else to do.
It'll be Thursday. Normal night Thursday.
Thursday night.
Thursday night. Yep. I'm gonna write this down. And we're gonna kind of word it. I'm gonna put it.
And the previous matches, the outcomes shouldn't be.
Nothing's gonna
It's already
change.
decided.
They're already decided, but you shouldn't announce that because then there could be some.
No
manipulation.
scoring. Nothing will be done until all of position round is
Correct.
finished.
All right, good.
Because we don't want, like, I don't want that team to beat
Right,
me. Like,
right.
can we do something here? No.
Could be leakers.
So like,
I know. But
what position round happens will not be reported. It'll be reported to me, but it will not be shown to.
It'll be on the internet.
Oh, calm down. You're not a hacker over there, Jerry.
No, but it'll still get out, and the other players start yakking, and they have some beers, and oh yeah,
Well,
we
who
won
does
8
yak?
games.
Everybody-
Listen up, we won 8 games, we're ahead, we're in second. Now these guys gotta be forced to win 4 games, so now they know that.
Now, okay, so to put it this way, do we want to play the following week, or would we want to play the following night? Say
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
That'll
And
work.
then you're going to Friday night,
Okay.
fish fry.
Fish fry night, yeah.
You won't be in it anyway.
Fish
What's
fry,
that?
Friday night, fish fry.
So you can eat while you play shoes. You can eat fish.
Keeps reads at fish.
Fish fry.
Fish fry at
Different
6.
places, try different fish. No.
First and second place team from each division. Gotta put that in there. Will play the following week, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. at the Moose to determine the division champs for the season. Again, first and second place team from each division will play the following week, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. at the Moose to determine the division league champs. So, on normal position night,
Just make sure you put it.
first and second place teams from each division will not play. But first and second place teams from each division will play the following week, Thursday, at the Moose, 7:30 to determine division champs.
And then are you gonna put also in, the home team decides which pit and all that stuff?
Yeah, well, the team that's in the best position.
Yeah.
First place.
Yeah,
team.
first place still
just
shoots
1 and
first.
2.
Just put normal rules apply.
Yeah.
1 and 2 play there, and then 3 and 4 play with each other, 5 and 6.
And red division chooses
Doesn't
their courts.
Since we're adding an extra week, when does it end now?
Cardi, you won't be playing that week anyway, so just make your plans.
It will be.
We're gonna take over. We're passing you this.
Sit down.
We're
You and your
passing
17 members, man.
Are you voting on this, or is it just?
Now you're rewriting it, you're figuring out the starting date.
So we would have to finish by the 28th.
Yeah.
So if we had position round, I believe we were saying position round was the 21st, so we'd be done on the 28th.
Oh,
Yeah.
28th of
Yeah.
September, that's when snow starts.
August.
August. Read the whole thing.
Okay, I'm gonna read. This is how I'm gonna read it. All in favor? On normal position night, first and second place teams will not play
From each division.
from each division. Yes, sorry. On normal position night, first and second place teams from each division will not play. But first and second place teams from each division will play the following week, Thursday, to determine at the Moose to determine division champs. Home team determines pit selection.
And go first.
Yeah.
Normally.
You own the course, you own your set of course, you're first place, you get to.
And it's recommended all the other teams show up to watch.
It actually does kind of help.
Rats
If
go
you got all
down.
the teams at home, it's easier for you to schedule home and away.
Yeah, because last year we had some discrepancies where we had to have teams.
Teams home.
I'm like Jerry, like
It's just a red.
So, all in favor
Signify by saying aye.
to allow that rule to go through?
Good idea.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's majority. I will add that.
That's for 2 years now.
That was a good idea, John.
Just for the record, that cannot be changed next year.
That cannot be changed next year, correct. That is a 2-year stick. That is a 2-year stick.
I understand that, but.
It can be amended if it's a disaster.
But
We'll see how it goes.
I don't see it being a disaster because nothing changes.
deficiency.
Anybody got any new business or anything?
No.
The advantage of the.
Yeah, but the Moose.
Anybody got anything else?
Place to play. Every-
Motion to close?
Oh, 3 teams.
We have the chili open at the bolt on, that's all.
I second it.
Adjourned.